Hey, how's everyone doing today? So, in today's video, I just want to talk to you guys. I just recently went on a trip, and I figured I'd do a quick afterwards videos on my trip with the Analogue Pocket and the stuff that I took with it, and maybe give you guys some ideas on what you might want to take with you. So this is just a quick video. I don't foresee this going too long, so it'll just be a couple of items that I have, some of the cartridges I took with me personally, and obviously this is all my opinion. This is not what you guys should do. This is just something that I did, and I just figured I'd share with everyone. So please, without further ado, please leave a like and subscription to the channel. Thank you everyone who's been doing it so far. We passed 700 subscribers. That is amazing. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. And let's get into the video. So this past week I went on a trip. So I went to North Carolina on some business. And you know what? I thought it'd be a good time for me to take the Analogue Pocket with me. And it was a pleasure, as you can imagine. So, as you already know, the Analogue Pocket has a great battery. I personally like it a lot. I haven't had any issues with it. And mind you, I've ran battery tests already on this as well. So, I've used this battery, to say the least. Now, what I want to show you, a couple of stuff that I brought. So first, let's start with the obvious. I brought my Waterfield case. It's a very good case for a trip. Has pretty much space for you to put everything you need. I have everything I ever need in this case. I've made reviews about this case, this pouch in the past. It feels very nice inside. I think it's like felt. And it's a very good case. Protects it when I throw it in my bag, which comes in handy because sometimes you just need to throw it in the bag and get on your plane, for example. So this is number one for me. Number one. Then I had, what was the next item on my list? This is kind of silly, but something to clean my screen with. Nothing crazy. And from here, now I personally like to have at least one original cartridge, or at least a repo cartridge. Here is my BoxyPixel Crystal Clear J. Rodrigo cartridge. Now, this one is a modified Game Boy Color cartridge with Pokemon Crystal Clear. It's a ROM hack. I'm sure other people see me mentioned already. So I figured I'll have one actual cartridge because I like to play this on the Pocket itself. You know, maybe we'll just have it running in the background while I continue the rest of the video. And I don't think it's loud. Okay, yeah, it's all the way down to the minimum now. All right, so afterwards, this is where I have some of my flashcards. So I have a flash card to go along with it. This is the Easy Flash, and I actually removed the sticker and got another sticker pre-made off of Etsy, and it's actually very good. I like it. It's a nice little hologram. But I do like having a whole bunch of games all at once as well. Also, you can also just have the game saved onto the SD card. Not all games are compatible, but a large amount of games that you might want to play would already be able to play on the Analogue Pocket. So I just like to have this as well. This covers everything, and you can do a couple other stuff with it as well. But I gotta have a flash card for the Game Boy and Game Boy Color. Next up I chose to bring with me was the Everdrive. This is the Everdrive GBA X5 Mini. And I chose this for several reasons. I like the large amount of games you can play. I have NES. I have all types of different ROMs that you can play on this, as well as Game Boy and Game Boy Color ROMs. But for the best screen ratio, I recommend using an Easy Flash or just playing off the cartridge. But I personally like Everdrive. It's just my personal preference. I know a lot of people like Easy Flash as well for their Game Boy Advance. I just like the versatilities, all the different ROMs that you can play using an Everdrive, as well as you got to be able to play some, Game Boy Advance games as well. Now, that being said, I wish I had some of the adapters because that would have been my next go-to, but I do not have any of the adapters. Another thing I would have liked to have would be the dock, because if I did have the dock, I'd probably bring a 8-bit controller along with the dock itself. That way I could play at the hotel I was staying at. That would have been a lot more fun. All right, next up I have the, which was this one? The Anchor, I believe, right? No, this is the Aukey 65 watt charging brick. Now this is a very good charging brick. I've used this many times. Anchor does not give you a charging brick, but they give you the cable. But this is a very good alternative. Charges it very fast. I don't have the exact numbers, but it's a 60 watt and it does a trick. As well as having another USB port, you can use it to charge your phone or whatever. I used it to charge my phone, my Apple Watch, whenever I wasn't charging that. So this does come in handy, and it's very small. So that's another big positive. All right, so next up afterwards, I recently switched out one of my power bricks for this 100 watt power brick. And let me tell you, I was actually pretty blown away. I do like this power brick. It is huge, so keep that in mind. It's a big power brick if you look at it compared to the Analogue Pocket. It's a pretty big power brick. It's a good thickness as well. But if you already have a big bag with you, you really won't notice a difference when you throw this in there. So, and I did like the digital display, which I will probably show you now. Now, this also did come with a USB-C cable, which does come in handy. Here's a company right here. It's Baseus. I hope I'm not butchering that name. But, so, let me show you some of the features. So this power brick right here, as you can tell, has two regular USB and a USB-C. And I think this tells you something too. Let's see, let's click on it. All right, tells you that 100%. I like the digital display. It is a lot better than just having, you know, 4 dots. Another big thing about this is I think 20,000 milliamps. So this is able to be brought on the plane. So, and I can attest to that because I actually brought it on the plane. And I didn't have to surrender it because that would have, you know, sucked a lot. So, plug this in real quick. And I can show you some of the information it does tell you, which is actually interesting itself. Let's see. Right there it shows this is charging at 5.1 volts and 1.0 amps. It looks like it also shows you how much time is remaining, which is pretty cool. So, now granted, this is already fully charged, or almost fully charged. Let me see, it's at 95%. But this can totally do this charge several times over. It looks like the time continues to fluctuate around 10 hours and 50 minutes roughly. So that being said, this is a very good charging brick. And if I do get any interest in this charging brick, I will actually make another video about this. And also, kind of like the other one, showing it compared to the Steam Deck, because this does charge the Steam Deck very well as my MacBook, which was surprising because I got an adapter for my old MacBook Air, so that does work for that as well. So those were the basic things that I brought with me on my trip, and that was pretty good. I could say the trip went well. And also while I was there, I was able to check out this pretty cool retro game shop. So if you're ever in, Winston, North Carolina, it's near Greensboro, there's a very cool little retro shop called, I think it's Retroid Games and Records. And let me tell you, it is pretty cool when you go inside there. So whenever you get a chance, if you're ever in the area or if you live in North Carolina near Greensboro, check it out. It is very cool. I picked up just one item. I don't want to pack too much stuff, and I already had a lot of stuff as well. So I couldn't take any of the bigger items that I might have wanted to, like a brand new system or new to me system. But they do have pretty cool systems. They have some old ones like Dreamcast, PS2, PS3, a lot of the old systems you might want. Another cool thing is you can buy modded Game Boy and Game Boy Advance and Game Boy Color consoles. So if that's something you want, and I don't know off the top of my head, I can't verify it, but I did overhear that they think they do some modding themselves. So they might even be able to mod your own Game Boy. That being said, check it out. If you're ever in that area, I think I think anybody who likes my stuff would get a kick out of it, considering you can just buy games there as well. Now, back to the camera here real quick before I end it. I ended up getting an Aladdin game right here for like, what was it, about, I was on under 15 bucks. It was pretty cool. I'm a big fan of Aladdin, and I like the Super Nintendo and all the other games, and obviously the cartoon from the 90s. So I was a big fan, so I was happy to try and get my hands on this one. I don't have this one yet, but obviously I do like to have some of these physical games as well. But all right, everyone, thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you again next time. Have a good one. Bye.